Hello there, this is Jeff from E.D.S. Inc. Shandon, and we're still up here on the loft. I'm currently putting down the steel sheeting on the floor. We got it notched in behind this pipe here. We've got it laid out so it'll miss the conduit for the electricity here, and I just have to shove it this way a little bit to get it lined up. I can mark my line then, and then we'll pull it all the way back and we'll begin to glue this down. So that's what we're up to, and you're welcome to follow along. I'll reset the camera once I get this ready, pulled back and put down the glue. So now we have to pull this steel back this direction. Hey, and then we'll glue this down. That's easier said than done. So I have my line marked here, so I know where this piece of steel has to go to and how far over to put my glue down to. So now I'll go ahead and start spreading my glue. Just got a little bit right here at this line. And we've got it all in here. So I'll take this back over there, put the lid on her, and then we'll get this piece of steel up, reposition. Okay, this will be fun. Get it so I can get around the other side. Got falling off this nice height here. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to see, was it? Come on, baby. It's not contact cement, so it's not bonding yet. It's just heavy. Come on, get in there. There you go, babe. Okay, that side's almost there. Got another inch or so down here to go. Right on the line here. Right on the line here. And there we go. And first sheet's down. Now if it was vinyl, you'd have to roll this whole thing. The weight on this thing is going to hold it down nice and tight. Some of the ends I'm going to screw down back over there because it kind of got up in the air there. Bend it. What I need to do is get a wet towel. I'll bring you back when I get a wet towel and clean up the middle that's up here. All this steel I'm going to paint with an epoxy grit type paint. So if a little bit of oil or something gets on it, it's not going to be a slip hazard. Okay, I'm going to put a couple of screws. I got a dent down there sticking up. I think I'll just wallop that with a hammer once I get the next sheet in and flatten that out. But I got a couple of places where it's a little bit high. I'm going to put a screw in down here, maybe over at this behind the pipe, so that we can get that flattened down. Then we'll lay out for the next sheet. This is a self-tapper, and it's got a flat head on it, so it won't stick up too high. Takes it right down flush to the floor. I think one on each side of that pipe and I'll be good. Nice and tight. That's what I like to see. Let me check over by this conduit, see if it's sticking up there. Seems to be nice and tight down here. Okay. So I'm going to move all this junk over on top of this steel I've just put down, so I don't have anything in my way over there. So I'm going to take this plywood first of all, and that up against that back wall. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and go ahead and sweep this off too. Okay, so now I'll start putting down the glue on this side. here, not back here. Well, I'm not sure what to do about that. It's a little bit late now, ain't it? There's my problem. These sheets are 48.5 inches wide. I should have measured them. That's my issue. Well, this one's going to have to overlap, and that's not going to be a big deal. Won't be a big deal. It's only a 1/16 of an inch. So anyway, I'll take the camera down and show you what we did here. Let me wipe all this junk out of here. Okay, so this is the edge of the loft. And you can see we've got our steel floor down. And we got one extra sheet down right here. This is my typical seam, a real nice tight seam all the way down there. This one is not. This is sitting about a 1/16 above the other sheet, overlapping it, and it's all the way tight in that corner. So there's nothing I can do about that. So I would have liked to have had seams like this one down here. This is the seam right here where it's nice and tight all the way along there. That's what I was shooting for. Couldn't get it though, so that's life. I'm not going to pull it up. I'm done for the evening. So now the next thing is to I need to put paneling all the way around these walls, steel paneling all the way around. And I need to paint this floor with an epoxy grit type paint so that once there's oil or something on here, it won't be slick as snot. We don't want anything sliding off of here. And then I have to put a stairwell in. That's going to go right over here, and it'll go right down by where the Bridgeport is now. It's going to be cut back into the steel a little bit right here. The I-beams don't go all the way out here. They're cut back to about right this length here, and that's where the stair will start, and it'll go down towards the Bridgeport. And the Bridgeport is actually going to be moved out, back, and then underneath the stairwell. So that'll work more efficiently. So it'll be underneath, kind of underneath this here platform somewhat. So that's what the plan is, and I may be pulling my Hindi lathe and setting it up here with the other stuff, so I have a little bit more room down below to do fabrication and stuff. And I may be getting Cincinnati Bickford drill. So that's in the works right now. We'll see what happens. Waiting for some communication back from the fellow that owns it. But you can see what a mess I have down here. I got a lot of work to get cleaned up. My next thing that I have to do will involve what's in those boxes right there. I have to take those hinges and change some of their function basically. And we'll be using the mill, doing some TIG welding, and which is basically new to me. I'm not a TIG welder by any sorts. So we'll be doing some TIG welding. There will be some setups and what have you to get that done. So maybe that'll be next week's video. So the steel's all done, all the way around the loft. This gives me about a little bit over 16 feet and a little bit over 10 feet in depth. So from the edge here, I'm standing on the ladder looking down at the Hindi. Back to that back wall, I've got 10 feet and 16 feet from that wall across to this wall. So that'll add quite a bit of space for a grinding loft. This is an air line here. I need to get that braced up there, and then we'll actually hook that up to there. It's not, that was put in by the former renter of the building, and I've never used it, but I think I'm going to, so I have air right here in the shop. Well, I want to thank you for joining E.D.S. Inc. Shandon and following along our progress on the loft. We're making good progress. Hopefully next week I'll be able to get the steel sheeting up on the walls, and I'll be able to paint the loft. After that, then it's putting the stairs in, and then getting ready to move my machines up there. So we're looking forward to that. So we ask that you stay tuned. I know this is boring content, no machining content whatsoever, but we'll be getting to that. Before I finish the loft, I have to get these hinges all machined like I was mentioning before. And so basically what we have to do here, let's see, I had a box that had one pulled out. These are hinges that are called swing clear hinges, and basically they mount up against the frame something like this. The door would be here, and the door swings out, and it throws the door out past the jamb so that the door is not in the doorway at 90 degrees. So what our problem is we don't have enough room. We need a little bit over 2 inches from here to here. And this is going into a quarter of a hospital, and we don't have 2 inches. We have about 1.25 inches. So what I have to do is I have to take a 3/8 of an inch out of this hinge, out of this face of the hinge, and then we have to re-weld these legs back onto the knuckle, and it has to be done precision, otherwise you'll get bind and that sort of thing. So these are stainless steel, so we're going to TIG weld these and then finish them back out again to their original finish. So so that's something that I'll be doing hopefully this next week. It just depends if I have enough time to get away from the paperwork that I do in my office to get out here and do that. So that's something that I have to get done. So stay tuned to us, and you can watch us do some of that machining. And then as we get our grinding loft done, you can see us set up tools up there, do some tool repairs and what have you. We ask that you continue to watch. If you'd like to, subscribe to E.D.S. Inc. Shandon. There's no twisting of arms or anything like that here.